There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard of the rapid advance of Cao Cao's forces. I admire them.
Lord Cao Cao is the only one we can trust to let us live our lives in peace.
I heard that every once in a while, someone finds valuable treasure among the ruins of the capital. So many people are after this land. What'll become of our lives?
Stop right there. We don't let just anyone through to see Lord Cao Cao, you know? Hey, I remember you from Luoyang. Well, it sure has been a while. So, I had a bit of a falling out with Lord Xiang Mao. And when I didn't have a place to go, Xiahou Dun was kind enough to bring me here. Now, I'm even guarding our lord. A pretty big step up, wouldn't you say?
Dian Wei, let him through already. He's Cao Cao's guest.
Oh, is that right? Well, if our lord called for you, then I ought not get in your way. Now, come on in.
It's been a while. Thank you for heeding my request. Let me get right to the matter at hand. I'd like your help in fighting the Yellow Turbans once more.
Yes, their remnants are stubbornly clinging on.
It's surprising how they still manage to resist, given that Zhang Jiao is long dead.
They have a huge number of men in Qing province, and are now poised to launch a raid on Yin. As governor, my job is to eliminate any and all threats to this land.
As it happens, our lord was appointed to the post because the former governor, Liu Dai, was murdered by these yellow turbans from Qing. It has benefited us to have this territory as a base, but we cannot govern properly while such a threat lingers.
Right. And if those rebels were to launch a full-on invasion, the whole province would be devastated. We have heard reports that they don't even bring their own supplies. They rely almost entirely on looting.
So, they abandoned their fields because of war and poverty, and became marauders themselves. Perhaps their situation is an embodiment of the chaos of these times.
Do not think of them as mere rabble. They're an enemy willing to do anything. Treat them as such. They're unlike the Yellow Turbans we fought before. So keep your guard up.
There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard of the rapid advance of Cao Cao's forces. I admire them.
Huh?
So many people are after this land.
I heard there's another big conflict over who will succeed Dong Zhuo.
Shall we begin? Mm-hmm. Nevertheless,
okay.
now let's put this into action.
My might shall illuminate the path to victory.
Now go. The Yellow Turbans are an elite force, born in chaos, tempered by battle. Do not underestimate them, remnants though they may be.
The new governor of the Yen province. We'll deal with him as we did with his predecessor.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Overwhelm the foe with numbers. United we shall prevail.
Battles are not decided by numbers alone. Our wisdom and courage make each of us worth 10 of theirs.
Give us strength. Send us warriors who know not death. Take that.
This is a primitive.
The enemy officer.
Soldiers immune to spear and blade.
Let's go.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
It is quite the honor to have you at my side. Now, shall we go?
Let's go.
Here's the resistance is futile. Here's the resistance is futile.
Take this.
Aren't you supposed to be on our side? Why are you picking a fight with us?
Well, I think they're talking to you.
Infested. The enemy officer
The spell that Zhang Zhao
has been
gave us.
defeated.
But how?
Fail. I leave the rest up to you.
Whether you rely on numbers or magic, you are no match for us. Surrender quietly.
If an ally of Zhang Zhao is here, then perhaps we can trust them.
We'll have more options if we control the high ground. We could drop rocks on them, for example.
Damn. We managed to rally. I suppose the real battle starts now.
The resistance is futile.
Forgive me for imposing on you in such a manner. I am ready to face any punishment.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The bombardment.
Time to act.
Rocks! You're throwing rocks at us!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Things are looking rough. I won't be able to take care of this all on my own.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
The rocks are coming from over there. Come, men! We'll put a stop to this.
You're finished.
It's over!
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Well done! Most impressive.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This appears to be as far as we go. Capé, over here! I knew you were coming, but I didn't think it would take that long. You may not be able to make it through this. Turn the table. Take that. I can't believe
the enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
That's another enemy pounded into submission. Good. This is the perfect vantage point. Now,
The enemy officer
rain down
has
upon
been
their
defeated.
heads.
Arrows! The sky is black with them!
Now, seize the strategic points and now control the terrain. Do not falter. Hit them with all your might.
Fight to survive! We steal to survive! Not simply lay down and die! That's smart! Charge! Fight! If we do not win here, there will be no tomorrow!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Follow me, everyone. Advance now. I see it. Together, we advance. Now, follow your leader. Begin the advance.
We're at their mercy. Come then!
The enemy officer
Back that
has been
position!
defeated.
We march at once. Time to go in the offensive. Get ready, everyone. The forests are strong, and they fight without a modicum of fear. Got you. Time to provide backup. Onward. Join our allies. Begin the advance.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Amazing. You are a swift and deadly warrior. Let's end this. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's get serious. Don't give up. We can still fight. Stand together, men, and we can prevail.
The enemy officer has been defeated. They still have fight left in them. We can't let them regroup.
Onward! Let's go. Fight with such ferocity. It's not just their numbers that make them strong. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
fight until our last breath. Come! Let us rejoin our brethren! Let's go.
Most armies crumble once their leader is slain. But a leaderless army can prove surprisingly resilient.
We can still go on! Let us fight for you!
All my might. How could I? The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
Defeated an enemy officer. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Come now, brethren! We stand together! Again!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We end this here.
This territory is ours.
Let's go.
Take this.
Let's go. Attack. Bear witness to my...
officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
children, our parents, everyone. That is why we fight and plunder, so we can live.
It's a terrible thing when a man is forced to live like a beast rather than a man.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You're warriors, aren't you? Come, put us out of our misery.
Surrender. You will not be treated unjustly.
What? No. You put it like that. Take this. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
This'll do. Time to act.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This'll do.
Oh my lord!
Sacred Grip protect us.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
We're starving out here. Please.
The enemy officer
We've had
has
enough.
been defeated.
Then come over to my side. Pledge yourselves to me, Cao Cao.
You would help us? Really?
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Now. This'll do. End this here.
Our children and brethren will take up our weapons. It will not end as long as chaos grips the world.
What will you do with us, Cao Cao?
Do not be hasty for answers. Before I decide your fate, I ask you this. Why, and for what cause, did you take up arms?
Isn't that obvious? To survive. Not a single man is here simply for the love of the fight. But fighting and stealing in order to survive, that is all we have left.
How selfish. Do you not think of those you steal from?
What are you saying? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was you government officials who stole from us in the first place.
In times of strife like these, one cannot survive without taking from others. I suppose you have realized that as well. I have one more question for you, Yellow Turbans. Do you want to live?
What if we do? Are you planning to pardon us?
No. But we shan't kill you either. We have use for you in the new society we are trying to build.
A new society?
One in which we create, protect, and share, rather than live in this endless cycle of stealing. If you would like to see such a society, then join us. We will give you all something to live for. You have my word, as the one who defeated your leader, Zhang Jiao.
This is Puyang.
It's a well-maintained town. It's hard to believe 1 million people have just arrived. They have taken in the Yellow Turbans and reshaped them into the Qing militia. They remain a fighting force, but in peacetime, they mostly train and help in the fields. It's simple in theory, but they are dealing with huge numbers of people. In practice, it must take a lot of work.
Repairing buildings, distributing land ownership, enforcing the law. To develop so much in such a short time.
Yes, it is quite astonishing. The fact that he managed to bring those wild bandits under his control, instead of executing them. It gives me hope that we will succeed in restoring order to this era of incessant chaos.
Yes. There are none who deserve our support more than Lord Cao Cao. The evil of Dongzhou had to be eliminated. But there was nothing I could do alone. Of course, I also spoke with Lord Wan Yun. But I lacked allies, and could not spur him into action.
Interesting. How talkative he is all of a sudden.
I think perhaps Lord Shunyo has had too much to drink.
Ah, so that's what's loosened his lips. But perhaps it's not such a bad thing. This is a chance for those serving Lord Cao Cao to get to know each other. Besides, it can be fun to watch such a taciturn man loosen up for once.
Only you could look so kindly on a drunken Lord Shunyo.
And that was when, despite all my efforts, we were captured by Dongzhou's troops. I have never felt such shame. For a moment there, I was ready to die. But in the chaos after Dongzhou's death, I managed to escape. Oh, I remember you from Lord Wan Yun's. Huh. At once I feel sober. I hadn't expected to meet an acquaintance here.
Oh, the two of you have met? I am Shunyu, a relative of Lord Shunyo. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I am Guojia. I only just met these two at the governor's castle. If you're here in Puyang, does that mean you've entered Lord Cao Cao's service? Oh, my apologies. I assumed that you were like us.
We are all drawn to Puyang because of Lord Cao Cao's reputation.
I hope we get the chance to fight side by side.
Do not take training lightly. It's idiots like you that end up dragging down their units, and by extension, the entire army. Do you think you can get through this with that lackadaisical attitude? Let me tell you, I'll have you court-martialed unless you shape up.
What? Surely that's going too far. I was only taking a moment's rest. Please, could you make Lord Eugene see sense? If we keep training this hard, it wouldn't surprise me if someone died.
You are the one that Lord Cao Cao summoned, aren't you? Well, if you have something to say, then say it. Being liked is all well and good, but if these men are not trained properly, the consequences will be dire. Lord Cao Cao has entrusted me with taking these men from Qin and turning them into proper soldiers. They have been in many battles, and yet have never had any real training. They have no understanding of strategy, procedure, or the underlying principles of war. That can only end in disaster. I suggest you also take care to train with sufficient diligence. That is, unless you wish to die a nobody.
I heard that every once in a while, someone finds valuable treasure among the ruins of the capital.
Lord Cao Cao is the only one we can trust to let us live our lives in peace.
There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard of the rapid advance of Cao Cao.
Going back early today, sir? The staff and the regulars will be disappointed, you know.
Sorry. I only came to pick up something I forgot. But I will be sure to come by soon. Oh. Would you mind keeping my coming here a secret from the others? If you would agree to staying silent, I will share a favorite of mine in return. You mean you won't report my actions? Okay, that's good. I've been rather indulgent recently, so I'd planned to stay away today. But I've changed my mind. This chance meeting is not one I can let go. So how about it? Shall we head out now? I might be able to find a new kind of fun with you. That's only normal. Doing something new always requires a bit of courage. There are too many people here. Let us go elsewhere. I'll go on ahead. If you wish to try a new experience, then follow me. Oh? Great.
So many people are after this land. What'll become of our lives here?
Ah, good to see you. What do you make of Puyang? Yes, I quite agree with you. The Qing militia is tending to the fields and defending them, and the vibrancy in town is drawing in even more people. To have not only envisioned, but also realized something like this, Lord Cao Cao has proven he is no ordinary man. Anyway, it seems that Lord Cao Cao has now grasped what underlies the current turmoil, following our confrontation with the Qing Yellow Turbans. He seems able to solve whatever problem he is faced with, progressing forward step by step. But no one else is able to walk that path ahead of him. All they can do is follow behind and try to keep up.
I heard that every once in a while, someone finds valuable treasure among the ruins of the capital.
Lord Cao Cao is the only one we can trust to let us live our lives in peace.
There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard of the rapid advance of Cao Cao's forces. I admire them.
So many people are after this land.
I heard there's another big conflict over who will succeed Dong Zhuo.
I spent everything I had on making a life for myself here. I just can't help but stare at Lord Guan Yu's magnificent beard.
I heard the capital's been practically reduced to ruins.
I think we may be able to consider ourselves blessed just now. They say Lord Cao Cao and Yuan Shao. Let's see if we can catch up.
I'm ready! I'm gonna catch you!
This is a familiar sight. I remember when you first came to the village. The child we've taken in is just like you when you arrived. You were sitting there on your own, looking dazed. Your eyes were empty, as if you weren't even there. So I started chopping river rocks in half with my bare hands, just to get a reaction out of you. These children playing here know nothing of the world beyond the village. I was just like them. But not you. You wound up in our village after losing your parents to war. How could you simply forget all that and join our games? And that wasn't the half of it. You had to learn how to fight, and become a guardian of peace. I couldn't begin to fathom what was in your heart, but I decided, I was going to look after you anyway. Ziluan, I am proud of what I am. Proud to be a guardian of peace. And if maintaining peace means getting my hands dirty, I am ready to do just that. But when I look at these children, I can't help hoping that they won't grow up like us. Is that arrogant of me, do you think? I want us to be the end of it. The last guardians of peace. I dream of a day when the realm doesn't need people like us anymore. I don't think it's foolish to want that. And because of you, Ziluan, I think that dream might come true.
If I hear one more yay out of the people of Yay, I might just walk away.
Well...
I just saw a man who shined like the sun. I wonder if he was important.
I heard the capital's been practicing.
I think we may be able to consider ourselves blessed just to have a little land to till.
I'm hearing a lot of bad rumors lately. We might not be safe.
Hey, has something happened to Lord Sun Jian?
Changsha has thrived for centuries thanks to the Yangtze. It's so convenient.
Be careful when you venture outside of the city. I've heard there are...
I apologize for my sudden and uninvited arrival. Now is just not the time to be rekindling old friendships. I have urgent affairs to discuss with you. Can I ask you to pledge your support for Lord Sunsa, the new leader of the Sun family? Because the Sun family is at stake. Lord Sun Jian has passed and was succeeded by Lord Sunsa, but Yuanshu has stripped him of status. The responsibility for all this misfortune lies at my own feet. No, it's just so. Let me explain. It was I who urged Lord Sun Jian to return to Changsha with the Imperial Seal just after it was found. It was I who convinced him that possession of the Imperial Seal gave him the divine right to rule. He had simply asked me what it was. And that all led to him being targeted by those treacherous lords who brought about his end. Therefore, it is my duty to restore the Sun Clan to its honorable place. But as it stands, that will be no easy task. I cannot accept such kind words. It would be hypocritical of me to accept leniency from the younger generation, whom I treat with strict discipline. Like me, Huang Gai also seems to have his own regrets about Lord Sun Jian's fate. Han Dong, being who he is, I'm sure he's getting up to something all on his own. But other than those two, you're the only one I can talk to about matters such as these. I implore you to become the new foundation of support for Lord Sunsa for the next generation of the Sun Clan. Bowing my head and pleading with you like this now is all that I can do for their future.
I don't have time to think about what's next. I'm just focused on protecting my family right now.
There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard of the rapid advance of Cao Cao's forces. I admire them.
Hey, I really want some meat next. No, it'll come much faster if you order it. Come on, I'm really dying to eat some. Oh, and order whatever you want for yourself too, okay? I've come here to ask you a favor, after all. Right. Having fought together so many times, I trust you. That's why I've come to you with this. After what happened to Lord Sun Jian, we've all got to give Lord Xuan Ce our fullest support now. But both Huang Gai and Lord Cheng Pu seem tense about something. Maybe I'm blowing things out of proportion, but I trust my intuition. So, that's why I thought I'd come up with some ideas. You know, we're pretty similar, you and I. You're gonna hurt my feelings acting so shocked. I meant that you also remain fairly inconspicuous. Though I imagine with you, that's something gained through specialized training. We might differ on the details, but that hardly matters here. I'd like you to support Wu from the shadows and keep it safe from danger, as I have been doing all this time. Zhou Yu, Lord Cheng Pu, Wang Gai. They're all rather fleshy, are they not? One poor move and they'll soon have Yuan Shu's eyes on them. And so, now it's your turn. Quietly, though. So now you can eat and drink to your heart's content. If I treat you to that, it'll be hard to turn me down, right? I'll really be counting on you once you're ready. Since I believe you understand what's required. Hey!
I heard that every once in a while, someone finds valuable treasure among the ruins of the capital. So many people are after this land. What'll become of our lives here?
They say Lord Cao Cao and Yuan Shao are old acquaintances.
I heard the capital's been practically reduced to ruins.
When I grow up, I'll learn to wield a weapon and fight.
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of.
After all the work I put in to open this shop, I'd be in tears if it got burned down in a battle.
I think we may be able to consider ourselves blessed just to have a little land to till.
I hear there's a master spearman among Lord Gongsun Zan's ranks.
I heard the capital's been practically reduced to ruins. What a shame.
I just can't help but stare at Lord Guan Yu's magnificent beard.
I need to keep death at bay just a little longer.
Did you hear about Lord Cao Cao's father?
No. Has something happened to him?
Upon being appointed governor of Yan, Lord Cao Cao invited his father to visit from Langya. On the way, he stopped to see Lord Tao Qian in Shu province. And while there, he was assassinated.
What? Then that means Lord Tao Qian had him killed?
Who knows? Some say it was Lord Tao Qian, but there are also rumors it was bandits.
Either way, it's saddening to hear. I'm sure Lord Cao Cao must be outraged. We will destroy Tao Qian.
Ah, we're going to war to avenge your father? A worthy cause, to be sure.
A war of vengeance. Indeed. I doubt anyone would blame me for hunting down Tao Qian as revenge for him killing my father. But just defeating him will solve nothing. I intend to use this battle to further my greater goal.
Are you not angry? It seems as if you're using your father's death as a convenient excuse for an attack.
We must use every advantage available to us, even the deaths of our loved ones. We cannot allow anger or grief to get in the way of our progress. That is our conviction.
Conviction, you say?
Very well. It is our role as strategists to lead the way.
I shall start then. If we are to mobilize, we should be wary of Yuan Shao and Ji. However, Yuan Shao may prefer that you rule Shu, rather than Tao Qian, who has ties to Yuan Shu.
Yes, I believe Yuan Shao will stay his hand. He and Yuan Shu have long been bitter rivals. It would make strategic sense.
Lord Cao Cao, may I ask you something?
Speak.
If we win this battle, we will be in a strong position. A position strong enough to seek to conquer the entire realm. I take it you are prepared to do so?
I am. I do not know if this is the right path. Only history will tell. That is why I have gathered the wisest and bravest in the land. If we still lose, even with all of that, we will know that I was wrong.
Only you would think that way, Cao Cao.
Well, it feels great to have a clear objective.
I need all of you to be prepared. We are about to embark on the path of conquest.
What he says is right. And yet...
Lord Liu Bei, I am deeply grateful for your help. I need to thank you properly.
There is no need for that. Anyway, please tell me. What is this urgent matter?
I am hesitant to ask, but the fact is, I need you to lend me your strength again.
My strength?
Yes. Tao Qian, governor of Shu province, is in peril. Would you go to his aid?
Lord Tao Qian? Has something happened in Shu?
Were you aware that Cao Cao has become governor of Yan province?
Yes, I had heard.
Upon receiving his appointment, he invited his father, Lord Cao Song, to his province. On the way, Lord Cao Song stopped at Lord Tao Qian's residence, and there, he died under suspicious circumstances.
No.
Cao Cao, believing Lord Tao Qian was to blame, ordered his troops to ravage Shu. But Lord Tao Chen is a man of integrity. I cannot imagine him doing anything like that.
I too have often heard that he is a good man. On the other hand, Lord Cao Cao is also fair and just. I expect he would try to determine the culprit instead of blindly seeking vengeance. But it appears he has neglected to do so. Could it be that he has a goal besides vengeance?
It is possible. In which case, he is merely using his father's murder as a pretext for invasion. Could there be anything more horrifying than that? Even animals are not so cruel. Whatever the case may be, he cannot be allowed to do as he pleases. Lord Liu Bei, please, go to the aid of Lord Tao Chen. Save my friend and the people of Shu.
Lord Kongzhong.
So, you accepted his request, then? Oy, there is never a dull moment with you, brother.
Still, why would Lord Cao Cao take such a drastic step?
I don't know. What I do know is that Lord Cao Cao scares me. I can't shake the feeling that if we're not careful, we may become his next target. Perhaps there is some noble purpose behind this brutal invasion. Yet, no matter how one attempts to justify it, the fact remains that he is perpetrating a heinous act. Although, I suppose one could argue this is why I am a less worthy man than him. I'm always too idealistic.
No, not in my eyes at least, brother. I fully agree with you. Following the most righteous path does not always lead to virtue. There are times when virtue comes from following the path of the greater good.
Guan Yu.
Well, I'm no philosopher, but one thing I do know, I won't stand for such brutality. From Cao Cao or anyone else.
You can only follow your own heart. Whatever path you choose, we, your sworn brothers, will do our best to pave the way.